All right guys, welcome back to the show. It's Sunday afternoon and I'm just doing a little maintenance to some window screens that I personally damaged while building the house. One of them was the sliding glass door screen. I dropped my hammer and hit that one, and I'm not sure how I damaged the other three. This is something that's pretty easy to do and pretty cheap to do, so I'm going to show you how to do it quick. This will be a quick short video, and I'm going to show you how to get nice tight screens on your windows. There's a couple different types of screen you can get. You can get aluminum screen, which isn't used all that much in residential anymore. It is pretty unforgiving, so I don't use it. Most windows come with fiberglass screen, which is what I'm using, and then they have like a heavy duty PET screen. I'm using a fiberglass charcoal screen, and I bought a 100-foot roll by 48 inches, and that'll last me for a super long time. I've had it for a couple previous houses because it seems like I always have a screen or two that I need to fix. So you only really need 3 tools. You can pick one of these tools up at your local Menards, Home Depot, Lowe's. It's got 2 sides. It's got one for pressing the spline in, or for pressing the screen in, and then it's got a grooved one for pressing the spline in. You need a nice sharp box cutter and a screwdriver. So this screen right here has a rip in it. You can repair these, but I choose just to replace it as cheap as it is. So you want a nice flat surface. The spline is what actually holds the screen in, and we will take, the first step is taking that out. So the first thing we're gonna do is just pry the end of the spline out, just pretty easy. Just get the end. And these are all newer screens, so I'm not gonna need to replace any of this. And then you just pull it out. And then your screen should usually pop out pretty easy. On an older window, you might have to pry on it a little bit, do a little scraping with a little screwdriver, but these aren't that old. Thing we're gonna do is take our new screen, which I have this really big roll. I'm just gonna lay it over it, like so. And then I'm gonna start on that end. All right, so the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make sure that the grids are lined up square to this screen. I like to make sure that the grids match up with the frame. I know that. Once I get pretty close, you're gonna use just the rounded end of your screen tool. Once you get this lined up, you're gonna just press the screen in. And that just kind of gets it set. Then you're gonna take your spline, start it in a corner, take the grooved end of your tool, and press the spline in. All right, so once you have the first side done, then I just work around the screen. And I usually will take this, I usually leave this roll on so I can kind of keep it pulled tight. And then I just lay the spline down across there. And I don't usually press the screen in other than the first one. Side 2 done. Make sure I get this pretty taut. This is where a second person come in handy to keep that taut for you. So I'm having Emily hold the screen, this side secured, this side secured, so I'm having Emily kind of hold that and the screen apart so I get a nice tight fit on my screen. So again, I'm not gonna groove the screen, I'm just gonna press the spline in. All I have Emily do is just kind of hold that out. You can just hold it down, pull it out, and then just hold your fingers right there. And then when I run this across there, it'll pull this screen really nice and taut. So I'm just going to take my utility knife, put it right above the spline, and just run it nice and gently down the side of the inside of the frame till the end. And you're done. And it's nice and taut. So I went to put in the two screens that we've already replaced, and Emily said she wanted to try her hand at replacing one. She has never done this before, and it only took her probably maybe 2 to 3 times as long as it took me, and she did a pretty good job. Ready to put that in. All the screens are back in. Sliding glass door screens going in, and we're gonna work on wiring tomorrow. So
super exciting.
We appreciate you guys watching. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments, and we will catch you on the next video.